Hello, it's Burgess Taylor and it's Coffee Chat Monday. How are you? How was your weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. Last week was a very busy week for me. Maya was visiting. She got here last Saturday and she stayed until Tuesday. I dropped her off so she could get a ride on Tuesday, and it was only about 3 hours from where we lived to where her friend lived. So I dropped her off about an hour and 45 minutes away, so she didn't have very long to go. It was so fun to meet her in person. She is just as intelligent and wonderful and talented and just a sweetheart in person as she is on YouTube, actually more so. She and Mr. Rockstar are both Tauruses, so they really hit it off. Maya feels like family now. She felt like part of my tribe before. She felt like extended family before. So it just intensified that. But it was just so wonderful to meet Maya in person. Now I want to meet all of my friends in person. So I wish I lived closer to them. I wish we all lived like much closer. Today's topic. First, I wanted to talk about the journal series for just a moment. Thank you so much for all of your encouragement, for your comments. They are greatly appreciated. They mean so much to me. I started the journal series because people were asking questions. How do you start a journal? What kind of journal do you use? What do you use? What supplies do you use? Why do you journal the way that you journal? How many journals do you have? Why do you have so many journals? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? What do you have? The what, the why, the when, the where, the how. Well, a lot of questions over the past 6 months to a year. And I've addressed them on and off, but never in like a journal, like in a video series or in like a big journal video. And people have also asked about writing and creativity. So I thought I'd answer some of those questions. I've tried a couple of times to do Q&A videos. They've been hit or miss. I thought, why not do a journal series? And then later I could do a writing series. A few videos about writing and how I got back into writing, how my writing's been going, my progress, my struggles, things like that. Because it's a struggle. The struggle is real when it comes to being creative. The struggle is real sometimes. The struggle is real sometimes. So I was doing some research. I'm always doing research on creativity and motivation and inspiration and things like that. And I came across 19 daily habits of artists. It applies to all creative people if you ask me. So I'm going to say the habits of creatives. I'm going to list them, but I'm going to include some footage of something I filmed because this really made sense to me because it was something I'm struggling with. One of them. Number 1, let go of your idea of perfect. Number 2, allow yourself to have fun. Number 3, don't be afraid to silence your inner critic. Number 4, realize that you can be your own worst enemy, not the work. Number 5, but not all self-inflicted boundaries are bad. Number 6, find your mantra and keep it close. Number 7, establish your me time. Number 8, indulge in some vices in order to reset. Number 9, humble yourself from time to time. Number 10, when in doubt, ask for help. Number 11, be prepared to find inspiration in mundane places. Number 12, clear your mind. Maybe you need to clear your workspace. I did. There were a lot of these that resonated with me. A lot of these that really just made sense that I've been working on. If you've been paying attention to my videos, I've been working on doing different things daily, on improving things. So, yeah. Number 13, find another perspective, even if it's physical. They suggest like looking at something upside down, which I just did that in sketchbook schools in the drawing class. Number 14, let yourself be impulsive. Number 15, don't be afraid to see the adventure and challenge. Number 16, because failure is only one moment before success. Number 17, don't be afraid to alter your process. Number 18, sometimes there won't be a finished product. And number 19, I wrote sideways because I ran out of room. Creation can come from destruction. So at the end of this video, I'm going to insert a footage of my creative space because I worked on that closet for 2 days. I'm getting everything out. I also worked on some other things. I cleared away a bunch of stuff. I organized a bunch of stuff. Yesterday, I went to Michael's and used my coupon and got one of those utility carts. And since getting the utility cart has cleared up some of the space out here so I can better organize some things because a lot of the things are things I use on a regular basis. I will go through and do a video of what's in my cart soon, But I have 2 videos that are coming to you soon that I need to edit and get up. One is the Law of Attraction Planner that I just got. I've had the Law of Attraction book for years. I got it and had it and was reading it when I visited my Aunt Kat in Georgia, and I've had it that long. That's been years ago. Years ago. I thought while I had some time, I'd also do the editing of the Art Snacks box that I got in Saturday. So we're going to talk about a few things that this talks about. One is letting go of your idea of perfect. When I got the Art Snacks box in, I could have created something for my video for it using the product to make it more serious, to do something where the page would be really pretty and it would be artistic and it would be wonderful. But instead, I chose to have fun. I used the products, and you'll see it in the video. I used the products and I need to finish this page, but I did something super fun. I haven't done my army of odd faces yet for Courtney. She's doing those. She has the video up on YouTube and she's doing some stuff in Patreon. But I came pretty close to having just a lot of fun. My eyes don't match. I also included a quote, I was created to create. And I just did some like lettering and some fun. I created some flowers. I made a face. I did a lot of just fun, whimsical, just fun. And then, thanks to Romney and Courtney, I've been using my imagination. I've been thinking about things and being impulsive and challenging myself to get outside of my own normal process. And on Patreon, a lot of what Courtney has in general, for as long as I've been watching her, has been a bit whimsical. She does a lot of creative, fun, imaginative stuff. And I don't create really very much of that. I do whimsical stuff sometimes. I do like little stick figure, little cartoon figures, that kind of thing. But I don't do a whole lot of imaginative creatures or anything. I used to. And then Romney had a prompt to dig deeper, to do something to nourish your spirit, you know, to your creative side, to put something on the page that represented you and your spirit. That's how I took it, and that's what I rolled with. So I created my artistic, imaginative self on paper. I put a lot of thought into what I really wanted, and this is my other side. It's a 70s sort of hippie artistic chick, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I put a lot of myself on this page, and it's not perfect. Some of the watercolor bled through on her face. I could go back in and fix it, but I've decided to take this and put it on watercolor paper and do a bit more of a serious one, you know, and maybe frame it, or to put it on canvas. I haven't made up my mind, but I'm digging deep and using my imagination, and I'm trying new things. I'm challenging myself. I'm being more impulsive with my writing. Back there on that desk and the footage of the video where I show you around, you're going to see an old iBook G4. The OS on that won't really update. Apple has changed things and it won't really update, so I can get online, but there's not a whole lot I can do online with that. It has Scrivener for Mac on it though, and it won't update too much either, but I have the basics of all of what I need on there, and I use it to write. And since I've been using that, I don't get online. I just write. So I'm taking a break from social media. I can sit on the couch. I can sit in the bed. I can sit at the desk. I can write, and I don't have all the distractions. So I've cut out a lot of the distractions from when I'm writing. I'm also participating again in the Artist Way. I'm working on the Artist Way again. I actually got the workbook. You're going to see it. So yeah, I've got the Law of Attraction Planner that I'm working on for my goals and stuff. I'm still using the bullet journal because I haven't actually done any planning stuff in the Law of Attraction Planner yet. I'm getting through the front of it, doing your goals and all of that, which has made me dig deep. What are my real goals? If money weren't an option, what are my real goals? What do I want? What do I need? What do I think? What do I want to do if money weren't an option? Something to think about. So it's a lot of different things, a lot of different projects, and I have so much to keep up with. I'm so much busier now that my planning system really wasn't working except for the to-dos kind of stuff. I tried doing the goal setting in the bullet journal, and the flipping back and forth and going through, it wasn't really working very well. I needed a visual aid, but I needed more structure. So I've been delving into all kinds of areas, cleaning more than just my space, cleaning out some of the old thoughts and things. It's really hard sometimes to face those other things that keep you from creating. The I'm too busy to create. The I don't have time to create. The I don't have time to write. I don't have time to draw. I can't draw. I don't draw well. I can't draw. You could draw anything you want. You could do anything you want. You just have to practice at it. I got this book. How to Draw Almost Everything. It's like those little Japanese books. I have 2 of them that teach you how to draw. They don't teach you, but they show you illustrations and they help you learn how to draw. But they're in Japanese, so you can't really read the instructions or anything. Well, this is like that, but it's in English. And it's bigger. It's all in one book. It's warm-up practices to begin with, to get comfortable with lines and shapes. It's easy sketches to show you how to draw anything from one line to the next. You get hundreds of samples of animals, people, plants, foods, buildings, seasons, weather. You can surprise yourself by completing simple sketches that look intricate, and you can challenge yourself to draw different things. They have a lot of different things in here. And every single thing I draw doesn't have to be like a drawing. It can be a little sketch. And a lot of people were really comforted by the fact that when I did the video where I was doing the stuff in the bullet journal or doing the stuff in the journal where I actually just did little doodles, like sketch note doodles. Everything in your journal, everything on your pages in your sketchbook doesn't have to be perfect and serious. The way to practice to get more serious is to have fun and to doodle and to try the little things that are fun and creative. And I think I've been pushing myself really hard to get rid of the perfectionism, to get rid of the self-doubt and the fear, and to move past that, to embrace my inner 5-year-old. And between Courtney and Romney, I'm having a blast. And between my own Patreon page, I'm having a blast. My Patreon page is sort of like a work in progress. I chronicle my struggles. I chronicle my successes. I have more in-depth videos, a lot of uncut stuff that I put on YouTube. I also do a chat, like a coffee chat, and there sometimes we talk about more serious subjects. I do live videos every now and again. We do some Google Hangouts sometimes. But what happens when you create from the soul, from your heart, is it's a lot more fun when you let that 5-year-old play. That's one of the reasons why when Mr. Victor comes over and we do things like make bugs out of rocks, when we paint rocks and make them bugs, or when we go outside and we stomp mushrooms, or when we color and we draw, that I let my inner 5-year-old out and I have fun. I just have fun. Sometimes that's what it's all about. Now, sometimes it's time to get more serious, and I'm working on that part too. I think I'm taking a drawing class. The next step will be to take a painting, a watercolor class. I want to step up my game for me because I need to learn what not to do as well as what to do, because so far my watercolor skills have been all self-taught, what I've found on YouTube, and I found that I've been doing a few things wrong. I watched a few videos about the different kind of brushes and how you should or shouldn't do, what you should or shouldn't do with your brushes, and I didn't realize there were so many different kinds of brushes out there for watercolor. I finally have stepped up my game to artist grade watercolors, but you know, I still use the inexpensive watercolors. A lot of my journal pages are with the less expensive watercolors. Some of the other ones are with more. It just depends on the mood. Sometimes I like to play. And when I want to play and I just want some color on the page and I want to kind of do like the little sketches and fun stuff like what's in here and different things, the only way you improve is to keep practicing and working with what would be student grade watercolors or very inexpensive watercolors like Crayola and stuff. It does improve your skill. It does. There's a big difference, a really big difference between artist grade and stuff like that. between the artist grade and the student grade, much less the less expensive watercolors. But for a journal, you don't really need the more expensive artist grade watercolors and stuff like that. You just need something that you can use. I'm looking to get beyond the journal. I won't ever give up my journal. I will always have my journal. I will always have, I don't know if I'll always have the Hobonichi. I really do like the Hobonichi, but I'm finding more and more that I would just as soon have the notebook with the Tomoe River paper in it and just have two of those, and one for the less serious stuff and one for the more serious stuff. You know, your process changes, what you like and enjoy changes as you grow as a person and an artist. My writing is changing. I'm getting more serious. I'm finding my soul needs to write nonfiction right now. And that's just, you know, I'm kind of going with the flow. And so this coffee chat's kind of taken a weird route, and we've already went way past where I wanted to go. So I'm going to have to edit some so I can put the footage in of my space, or have it be a part 2. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments and your encouragement. I greatly appreciate it. I am just so happy to be creating and to have found sort of my niche. There are a lot more people on YouTube now that are past their 20s, that are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and that are doing creative things. And I think it's absolutely wonderful. Not that there's anything wrong with being in your 20s. My kids are in their 20s. But sometimes for those of us who've waited later in life to pick up our hobbies or our passions that we once loved, and we had to put aside for a while to raise our kids or to our careers or whatever, it's a different sort of mindset than somebody who's just starting. But now I'm going to ramble, so I'm going to go. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thank you for your comments and your encouragement. Have a great and wonderful day. I will see you again with a video about the Art Snacks box that came in and my Law of Attraction planner. Bye, y'all.